Ya empezar. Welcome to another episode of Shade of Brown Podcast. I am Ramsey.
What's up?
My boy down there, co-host
Anthony.
And there's a dude missing.
Yeah.
He had to go take care of some business.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to make it. But it's all good because we got some replacements.
There you
You know, right here.
Shade of Browns right here.
Another more Shade of Browns.
They have to be brown?
More Shade of Brown right
Yeah.
here. We got
We are.
We got to be true to the color.
That's one of
There
the
you go.
criteria.
To the title, you mean?
To the title.
There you go.
Well,
Gotcha.
color too, because it's in the title. Yeah. But we got my boy right here, Irvin,
Yeah.
What up?
aka Pacheco Productions.
There you go.
And we got he's been in the podcast before.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on his podcast before. So no further introduction
2 to 2.
needed.
Yeah.
This is the second
2
time.
to 2.
There
There,
you
you're right.
Okay.
But new guest is here. We got a female here.
Okay.
Ariana.
Diversity.
Yeah.
Finally. Some diversity in the house.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go.
No, it doesn't happen too much.
Yeah.
Not in our podcast.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Definitely.
we're trying to change that.
Why not?
That's we're trying to change that
Yeah.
around here.
There you go.
You know,
Ariana, aka Ari.
Ariana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
There you go.
Is she Latina? Is she not?
Why not?
Her last name is Grande though.
I think
But
she's
she's
Italian.
tiny, bro.
Oh,
there you go.
you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Why that last name when she's like the tiniest thing? You get me?
I don't think she chose her name, dog. Oh, she might have. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. Sometimes stars.
Sometimes they do. But I think her last name is actually a family name.
Okay, there you go.
And I think it's pronounced Grande.
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 Sábado gigante. No.
Dude.
All right. But glad you guys were able to make it. Thank
man.
you for
Thank you.
coming.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so we have a comment that we want to comment.
Oh yeah.
Comment within a comment.
Homegirl Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Barbara. Always a day one. She's a day one.
Yeah, she's always
watch her
commenting.
on YouTube.
Yep.
Always commenting.
Nice.
Always showing love.
Yep.
She's a real one. Thank you, Barbara. What did she say though?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, but I know she mentioned my kicks.
Yeah, that you have a lot of shoes or something.
Yeah, she says that I have more shoes than females.
Yeah, something like that.
I was like, you know what?
but do you?
I was gonna ask. So we have a female here, so but yeah, shout out to you, Barbara. I do have a lot of shoes. I'm a shoe guy.
He's a shoe guy, Barbara.
Yeah. Do you have any? How many shoes do you own?
I have a lot of shoes.
Oh, really, Shade?
Okay.
I think so. It's different because with girls we have so many different types of shoes, though.
Include them all, though.
So we
Oh,
have
yeah,
like
heels,
regular, just like
huaraches.
sneakers. You have tennis shoes. You have like boots. You have
Chanclas.
booties. You have high heels. You have sandals. You have
True.
Uggs.
I guess Uggs. Yeah, I mean
There's a
Uggs are
that's a
coming
shoe.
back in style.
Are they?
You have you have wedges. You have stilettos. You have-
Jeez.
God
And you wait,
damn.
and you own every single category of that,
It
or
depends on the girl, obviously, but for the most part, yeah, because different occasions call for a different.
As
shoe.
I was gonna ask just
True.
now, like because
different
of the occasion.
outfits, you need different color shoes.
I feel the same.
different.
What do you? Okay,
Do you own a pair of wedges?
Oh no, I was thinking colors.
Are you like a sneaker then?
Yes.
That's what it
oh yeah,
is,
he's a
Bonafide.
sneakerhead. He's a sneakerhead
from like a little kid? Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
So wait, so how many shoes do you have? Like, can you like on top of your head?
Oh shoot.
I could think. Yeah, I think I know. Don't put her on the spot like that. No, because
I would put her on the spot,
No,
man.
because Barbara got like she's putting me all this pressure. She says I got more shoes than her, so we're gonna find out.
I will say I've definitely kept myself from buying any new shoes, like in terms of dress shoes.
Yeah.
The last couple years, so I only have maybe like 20 to 30 pairs of shoes.
20 to 30. How many you got?
Off the top of my head,
50.
I have 40, but I used to have like when I was in college, bro. I used to have like 80.
What?
God,
dude.
damn.
It's a problem. And then when my girlfriend moved in, I cut that shit in half.
Oh.
And you,
sad.
Irvin?
Oh, I don't know. I have a lot of old running shoes, but I wouldn't really count them as like something I would use on a daily. It's just to go run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What about you? You got some sneakers in your closet?
I don't have that much.
You have
bro.
some nice ones. Like you have some memorable ones, huh?
I have. Yeah.
Talk about it. Talk about that.
Memorable ones.
Yeah, check us out. Expose yourself.
Yeah, tell us what.
Go ahead. The
memorable
SB ones.
about them.
I have
Oh.
autographed shoes from my favorite skater of all time,
Dude.
the first pro model that Nike ever did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his shoe and original color, original box.
Yep.
Signed. I have picture. Yeah.
Bro.
Pete Rod. Yes.
That's
Shout out to
Those
P-Rod.
guys, those shoes, they're gonna go in the grave with me.
Dang.
Fuck my kids. They ain't getting my shoes. I'm not gonna give them those shoes.
Ladies, those are worth marrying him for. So
Bro, those are
Damn.
beautiful, man.
Get that prenup, bro.
and
some
I have-
P-Rod signed.
Yeah.
he has
Yeah.
a photo with this dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
With the
I met him.
Dude.
I have 2 pair of those same ones. I have the retros
Uh-huh.
and then the original ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Dang.
This guy. See that?
So you had them brand new. You've never worn them.
No. They're
Or
okay.
you
you've
rocked
worn
those. You
them-
skated them.
I
I think.
fucking
Oh,
skated them,
okay.
homie.
Which is the purpose of
It's
SBs.
the
Yes,
purpose.
yes.
Even P. Rod himself
Facts.
has said, like, I don't know why people be collecting. He doesn't collect shoes like that.
Yeah, he does.
He kind of
He
does.
I've seen his fucking shoe video. He collects
but-
memorable stuff too. The shoes that he skated.
Yes, but
in
he finds it
competition.
more like the purpose for it. Like,
Bullshit.
Like, I'm gonna skate my shoes. You know
You
what I
should
mean?
use them. That's what he.
Yeah. I skated them.
Yeah.
They're beat up, but they're the OGs.
Yeah.
And
From 05, bro.
And he signed them. You know, I don't want to geek out on it.
That's dope, bro.
But yeah,
That's dope.
and also I have the original. Those are brand spanking new. I keep those clean.
Those they for
But
the
those don't
10-year.
have a signature.
No, but if I ever meet him again, damn right, I'm
Okay.
gonna.
Bro,
Yeah.
good luck. I'm
All right.
rooting for you.
Let's make that happen, you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get P-Rod.
please.
Tag him.
Anyone out there, P-Rod?
Tag P Rod on the. I want to meet that fool again. But yeah, I don't have that many shoes, bro. I probably have like maybe just 10, like 10 pairs. That's
All right.
it. That's
That's
max.
all good.
Max.
That's a
all
good
good.
amount of shoes.
Yeah.
All right, so back to Ari. You know, we want to get to know her. You know, we don't know nothing. Well, I don't. I just met her today. So,
Yeah.
so how is it? Like, how'd you met this guy here in front of us? Like, what was the connection? Like, where'd you run into him?
So I know Irvin via my older brother and older sister. So
Ooh.
my older siblings went to school with him, and that's how I know him. So we were in high school for maybe like 1 or 2 years.
Really?
2 years, I think. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
So yeah, that's pretty much how
Gotcha.
we know
Yeah.
each other.
Okay.
We were also in band together.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think we knew of each other, but we never actually got to know each other in high school.
Yeah, we definitely not.
Yeah.
And then graduated. I went off to college, and at some point I was moving back to the AV, and I knew he was doing like some photography, and I was wanting to get into it, so I had reached out to him
Oh wow.
and asked him like, "Hey, I see you're doing like this stuff. I want to get into it because for me personally, like I know a lot of the like history of photography,
Yeah.
the history of film, all that stuff. Like I was into that stuff. That's what I went to school for. But in terms of like practical application, I didn't have that knowledge. Like
Yeah.
it was very sparse. So when I was coming back out here, I was like, oh, this is kind of like if I'm gonna get into photography, if I'm gonna get into this is like I'm gonna do it, and I'm like this is when I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, I want to learn this stuff. I didn't have a camera or anything, so
Oh, wow.
I just asked him like, hey, if you have any events you're doing and you need some help with them, let me know. Like I'd love to shadow you and help out and learn
Dope.
as much as I can. So yeah, I reached out to him, and
He was
like,
you're up for
yeah,
it?
for sure. And then
Okay.
yeah, we kind of started with weddings, and then it
Oh.
took off from
Damn,
there.
so you guys have mad years.
Mad years.
Y'all go back.
As far as like when it comes to the when she mentioned when she reached out, I think it was 6 years ago. So it's not that long ago.
Oh,
6
okay.
years ago.
I would say because Interview Media's only been 4.
But that's fair enough time.
Dude,
yo.
that's a
good amount
yeah.
of time.
Come on, bro. 6
Yeah.
Come
years.
on, bro.
Is it?
Has it been that long?
I think so
don't
because
know.
I remember
I guess like almost 4 years ago.
I remember we didn't talk about you wanting to actually do it as far as like the photo or video section. You saw me at Astrid's parents' wedding doing their video at the reception, and that's where you saw what I was doing because I was doing the gimbal stuff, or if not the gimbal stuff, I was doing the photo section.
Wasn't that like 2019 though? Because I moved out here in 2019.
See, that I don't even know anymore. I think it was, I don't know what.
I think that was the summer of 20, because I moved out here probably like June, July of 2019.
Yeah.
And I think her parents' wedding or vow renewal was in like August.
I don't remember these dates.
I think that's when
you approached him to because you wanted to get into that field, that field of work.
Yeah.
So how was that in the beginning? Like,
it was comfortable just because I already knew her family. I already knew her from the past or from the high school. And then I'm always willing to help out anybody that's actually wanting to do what I'm doing. My background's coming from teaching, so having someone wanting to learn wasn't a hard transition for me. It worked out just because I was already looking for help, and it just basically she came in asking at the time that I was already looking, and it was easier for me to say yes to her just because of the past, and of course because I've already established a friendship with her siblings, you know.
It made it easier.
Yeah, it made it easier just for us to feel comfortable already.
Yeah.
And then I remember we did a wedding first, and then I'm not sure if you were there when I was doing the confirmation pictures. Did you help me out with that? With Astrid?
No, I didn't. Okay. No, I didn't help you with that. No.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was doing that as well.
And were you just starting around that time?
Yeah, I was actually around. I wasn't too new, but I wasn't where I'm at now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I have maybe 8 years of doing this altogether.
Oh.
So around that time, I think it was within the half mark of like me actually doing photo and video.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So she met me at the time where I was still kind of learning. So it was easier for me to kind of like grow the path too. With when I was teaching her, I was learning as well. So it was easy for me to actually captivate what I was learning because I was actually teaching it as well at the time.
Yeah. Sick.
Okay, good, nice info, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, well, what made you pursue like this whole video and you went to school for it? Why'd you do that? Because it's funny. I have my sister.
Money. I'm just kidding.
My sister did that too.
Oh,
she went to Art Institute in North Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
Back in the Dizzy.
How old's your sister?
I don't even know, dude. Let's see. She's 30-something, 32, 30.
Oh, so
yeah, she's all right.
She's like my age.
Same age.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang, we could have known.
Did you go to school there? Or?
No. I went to school in Santa Barbara. Shout out to UCSB Film Department. Woo woo. And I actually initially I going to college, senior year of high school. My plan was to apply as like an engineering major. I wanted to get into aerospace engineering.
Yep.
But then as like the deadlines for college applications were approaching, I started rethinking everything, and I was like, what do I really want to do?
It's a lot of pressure.
I was like, do I want to do this? I know, like, I'm really good at math. I'm good at science. It's easy, but also I've never really gotten the chance to explore anything else. So I went to my counselor, my high school counselor, Miss Fadioni, and I told her, I was like, hey, I'm actually going to apply as undeclared for all my college applications. She was shocked. She was actually...
Yeah.
She was kind of like worried for me. She's like, no, don't do that. Like, you need to do engineering. Like, that's what you're good at. That's what, that's what we talked about these last like few years.
Definitely,
you should apply as an aerospace engineering major. Cause like if you go into college as undeclared and then want to get into the engineering college, like that's a feat in itself. So it's better to go in as an engineering major, start in that field, and then just kind of, if you decide you don't want to do it, you can just, move out of that college. So, but I was like, I don't really want to do that because I want to take some time to actually figure out what I want to do. So I ended up going as undeclared. And the first year of college, I kind of just took a bunch of different classes to try to figure out what I wanted to do.
Just a general ed, right?
Yeah, the GE classes. Nothing really stuck out to me. And then I met a couple of guys who were film majors, and they They were probably 2-3 years older than me. They were fourth years when I was a freshman. So they were 3 years older than I was.
Yeah.
And I was asking them about the department, and they're like, oh, you know, if you want to do it, you should totally do it because, you know, it's amazing. It's awesome. If you have an interest in film, if you love it, like, go for it because the film college here is really good. They have a really great program. Yeah. And they, like, convinced me. So I think, like, a month after that, I went and declared myself as a film major. And,
oh, wow.
But I always had, like, this interest in film. I grew up loving movies. My dad was really into movies a lot. So a lot of my first memories of my father were, like, watching movies.
Oh,
like,
sick. That's dope. That's dope. So there's, like, meaning behind now that, right?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Like, there's for sure. I remember, like, being little and my dad coming home at, like, 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I'd wake up and I'd, like, run out and he would sit down and we'd, like, watch movies together. So
that's dope.
That was kind of, I think that's where, like, the beginning started and then it kind of
the spark, huh?
Is there any movie that stands out?
Any movie?
Like, stands
like
out?
As a kid?
Movie? Or
no, like one in those times like you're talking about.
There's
any particular one?
Probably like Hellraiser.
Oh damn!
Like,
you were watching scary stuff.
We were watching very inappropriate movies.
That's crazy, dude. Hellraiser? What the fuck?
Oh shit!
And I was thinking like Bambi or some shit.
Yeah, some Disney movie.
No, my dad always watched what he wanted to watch.
Gotcha.
So it was like we grew up watching. Like I grew up watching The Godfather. I grew up watching.
Oh really? You would for 3 hours? You would sit there?
Godfather's sick.
So it depended.
Come on.
It was like when I was little, he would force us to sit and watch it.
Wow.
You know what? That's dope.
We would like
watch this scene right now. You know,
yeah,
because
like you guys are gonna watch this movie with us. And I'm like, no.
That's like Sunny. That's like similar to like our parents or not our parents, but my parents. Like my dad would force me to he would buy me fucking albums of like old rock and shit growing up. That's weird. I don't know whether force you to do that
because it's like they like that stuff. They're interested in it.
Yeah,
they want to share it with you.
Yeah,
right?
which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
The Godfather. Goddamn.
Godfather is sick.
It is. I learned to appreciate it like when I was 20, but like at fucking 10 years old, I'm not watching that shit.
It was funny because growing up, it's like I knew these movies very, very well. Like I could quote them, I could tell you everything that happened in them, but it was like nobody my age really
they weren't
knew what they
were quoting SpongeBob and shit. Stuff that they're supposed to.
Yeah, I grew up watching fucking Never Ending Story, bro.
What's that?
I mean, I've seen, when my dad wasn't home, we watched like that, Never Ending Story, The Lion King, Bambi.
Never Ending Story. What is that?
You never seen Never Ending Story?
I don't know what that is.
He's younger than us.
Sorry, am I
clarifying? Same age, isn't she? Or aren't they the same age?
A little bit.
We're a few years
A little bit, but he's the youngest one.
Never Ending Story?
Never Ending Story.
They actually remade them recently.
Fuck what I know.
They didn't. Yeah, they did a couple years ago.
You gonna watch it?
Yeah.
They remade it. Like, how did I not know this?
I don't know.
Probably wasn't that good.
I fucking love Never Ending Story, bro. I wear the necklace that I wear at your pod. That was the Never Ending Story.
Yeah, shut the hell up! What are you doing?
Wait, what?
Wait, is that a kid's thing?
Yeah, it was.
Yes. It's sentimental, all right?
All right, no, my bad.
All right,
fair enough.
Should I leave?
No.
You want me to leave?
No, fair enough. I sometimes wear SpongeBob shit too.
You probably got SpongeBob underwear, bro.
Exactly. Don't expose me right now, dude. I got
Show us. What your underwear look like?
Do it for the pod. Do it for
that. I didn't wear them today. No.
They have to be SpongeBob now.
Some tarantarans. SpongeBob tarantarans.
Okay, I think that's a good little introduction on the. You apparently you have a pod starting
You're
up.
Starting one, bro. A fellow podcaster.
There you go.
Love it.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. So I do have a podcast that I started actually last year with a friend of mine who I went to high school with, who Carlos. You guys did track or cross country together.
Geeks.
What? How is that geeks? It's very athletic, if you ask me.
Geeks.
Cross country's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's I would say there's the more athletic mental state as far as like wrestling, football.
Okay.
The typical jocks generalizing, that archetype.
Yeah.
And then you have your tennis, cross country,
Dude, tennis
golf.
is tough.
Those are tough sports.
And then
though.
those are the more of the I would say, because I categorize myself in both. Because I even spoke to Carlos the other day when I saw him at that hike, and we were talking about cross country, and I told him like my freshman year, I wish I would have done cross country instead of football, because football players were more jock minded, where I could relate physically, like athletically, but I couldn't relate as far as like common ground when the whatever they were talking about, I wasn't interested because I thought their topics were very idiotic.
Yeah.
But when I would go to what I would do cross country, it was idiotic, but in a different meaning or a different sense where I could relate into the conversation. And then the same thing with wrestling. It was the same thing with football for me, but I liked just the sport, but I just didn't like the surrounding of that type of guy.
Wait, where do you play in the football, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I did.
He was on the bench.
It was a bench warmer, bro.
Jeez.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't even hiding all the time.
That was clean.
That was my first year doing football. I think that year I was receiver.
Shit. Damn, so you were made for cross country and shit then.
Yeah.
Okay.
My man's right here's a runner.
I bet.
He's a runner. He tried to get me into fucking
The sparring race.
The sparring race, bro.
What the hell is that? What is
Sparring
that?
race.
Fucking 5K.
Yeah, the 5K. It's just 3 miles of
that's it?
obstacles. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down, bro.
it's not even
3 miles is
long.
nothing.
Of obstacles,
able to do
bro.
it, yeah.
That doesn't sound easy.
I've been hitting the gym, bro. All right.
That's
Yeah.
good.
All right. I'm
Nice.
prepping
I think
for
the
this.
one my
Okay.
sister's doing is
it
like
10K?
yeah.
Okay.
Or
Oh,
more
shit.
than that.
So there was
Maybe it is
levels.
10K,
There's
I don't
there's
know.
5, 10, and I think there's 15.
I think that's the one she's doing.
Yeah.
I think she's doing
But there's
15.
obstacle courses though.
Yeah.
What do you climb? What do you do?
You climb, you
They do a lot of
crawl, you
Yeah. You
gotta lift
there's
weights.
dumbbells.
Yeah.
You do like there's obstacles.
I think
Basically.
you have to lift.
Where is this
There's
at?
a part where you
This
lift
one is in
something.
Big Bear.
Yeah.
This is in May as
okay.
well. Yeah.
Have you done one?
Not the Spartan race. I've done marathons, but not Spartan races.
Nuts. Do people do that for fun?
I'm
Yeah.
fucking down,
They
bro.
are
And they
fun,
actually pay
though.
for it too.
Oh, shit.
Who pays
Listeners, watchers,
The
should
people
I
that
do it?
talk.
Oh, I thought
Should
you
I
said
join the Spartan race with
Yes.
Irvin?
Yeah, you
Fuck
should.
it, dude. You work on your cardio, bro. You're going to die. Facts.
Only 3 miles, bro.
Did you hear this guy? Have you ran 3 miles ever?
You can do the 10K one for sure.
Yeah, I
No.
would say 10K.
Dude, are you kidding me, bro? No, I'm
The
saving
5K
you.
is gonna be too quick for you.
Dude.
Yeah.
You should do the 10K.
Yeah, do 6 miles instead.
Yeah.
You're
Nah,
crazy.
nah, y'all pushing
No,
it.
no, no,
Y'all
They
pushing
want you to
it.
It's
fail.
gonna be
Okay.
good.
Y'all want me to finish
No,
last place or
3
something?
miles is too quick.
Let's see, what's 3 miles technically?
Look, this is going to be my first time doing this, so that's why I want to
That's
do
why
that.
6 miles is not a lot,
That's a gang, dude.
No, but there's
and you have time to kind of
there's obstacle courses though.
to
practice.
prepare. Yeah.
There's obstacle
Condition
courses
yourself.
though.
Just run to the liquor store a couple times, and then you're ready.
I've been doing cardio, bro.
All right,
I've been doing
Yeah,
cardio.
yeah,
see, you
I've
got
been doing
it.
cycling and running.
There you go.
Ooh, that's all cardio, yeah.
Shoot.
That's all you do.
So then, yeah, you should do the 6K. By the time May comes around, you're gonna be kicking yourself in the foot for not doing.
I don't want to
6K.
bite off more than what I can chew.
Perfect. Yep.
I joined a running club once, and within 2 weeks of being in it, I think one of the courses was 7 miles, and I was like, "Holy moly, how am I going to run this?" Because I hadn't ran in a while.
Yeah.
But once I was in it, it was just you just go.
No, it's true.
And it
5K
felt
isn't that
great.
5K. You know, I'm just talking shit. 5K isn't that bad. I've done a bunch of 5Ks.
There you go.
Well, Irvin invited me to the 5K one.
Beautiful.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Well, I just invited you to actually do the Spartan race.
That's crazy.
but I saw
dude.
5K on it.
Well, that's the one that I knew you were going to do.
That's crazy. Wait, what about mud running? Have you guys heard of that? Mm-hmm. What, is
The
that
mud runner?
is that a thing? Is that you guys do that or what?
I've never tried.
I haven't
Yeah.
done it.
There was an event where I used to work. They used to host it a lot in Castaic. Back in Castaic.
Oh.
Motherfuckers used
It,
to get
it
dirty.
does look fun.
Yeah,
No.
I'll do
It
it.
does
Really?
look fun.
Mud?
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I used to love after it rained a lot when I was living in Santa Barbara. I used to go out and play soccer out in the grass or play ultimate frisbee because it would be so muddy and it would just be fun to just be out there and get muddy, get messy.
I think I'm traumatized by mud. I remember because back in the day I was broke. You know, we used to walk a lot going to school, and in Palmdale, bro, when it
Yeah, we
gets
get-
flooded, I lost my shoe in some mud, bro. I just left that bitch there.
What?
I just left.
Yeah, you have a thing for shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's why that's why I keep it. It's like in here, bro.
He has that emotional attachment.
Wait,
still.
what happened? You like stepped in a puddle?
Yeah, I stepped inside the puddle. No, it wasn't a puddle. It was like I was walking in the mud. I don't want to call out the street because I don't know if you guys know it, but it was so muddy. Like it was a lot of water.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It gets flooded.
And I was trying to get my foot out of there because it was stuck. Yeah, that was like 7, 8.
What kind of shoe was it?
It got to be some Fila's or some shit. What did we wear in the
some cholo shoes?
Yeah, something. No, I was like a kid though. I was like in 2nd grade or something.
Chanclas.
Yeah. And I couldn't get my fucking foot out, so my mom would just leave them there. But it wasn't too far from my house, so I just did it. But fuck, man,
Did you have a sock on? So
yes, I did, but that shit was gone too.
It was his Wilson.
Yeah.
Wilson.
It was very. That's why I'm very. That's why I keep them. I like them.
Yeah,
you know?
Keep them in the box.
Sentimental.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's like the
that explains a lot.
Exactly.
We Three Bears. Have you guys seen that show?
Which one?
We Three Bears.
Oh yeah, the book.
What?
Wasn't it a book?
We Three Bears.
Yeah, the orange bears or whatever.
Fuck. You
No,
know
you're
what?
thinking of the Bears Stained Bears.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're thinking of that.
Okay.
We Three Bears.
Is it We Three Bears? I might be fucking it up, but there was a sad episode where this guy had a giant burrito. Do you guys remember that?
I don't remember that.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Sorry,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because people were like tripping, like, why does he like this big ass burrito? And apparently, when he was a cub, he was in a thunderstorm and he was holding onto like aluminum foil to keep warm.
What?
So that's the same analogy for you.
Yes,
That's what you're saying.
this is my burrito.
There you go.
Y'all know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
there you go. Keeps his
That
foot warm.
explains a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It does explain.
This
You know, it
is
does.
new.
Yeah.
It's very
knowledge.
psychological, you
Yeah.
know.
This is new.
dig it. I dig it.
Wow. This is a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough.
You know, yeah, I think I figured it out.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never had the answer why, but
You know, like podcast is almost a little bit like therapy. So, you know,
There you go. It's conversation.
Therapy sessions.
There you go.
yeah,
It's true though.
yeah,
I
it is.
believe it is true.
Yeah, if it wasn't true, I wouldn't say it. Nah, I'm kidding.
all right, but so what do you think? You want to take a little break before we hit? I think we're
Already, bro? It's already been.
Hey, dog. It was a short introduction. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on.
All right, we're gonna take a little break, you guys. We'll be right back. All right. All right. We are back. Did a little break. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're essential. So, take us, Anthony. What's next, bro?
I'll take y'all. Okay. So not very often we have a female in our shows. We only have a couple, right?
I'm honored.
And we kind of wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, you know, like we wanted to give, like, you know, go inside, pick the brains of a female, you know, because we're different, right? Mentally,
we're a different species.
Yes,
There's some differences for sure.
yeah, in the physical and the mental, definitely. So one of the ones I wanted to know, we wanted to know, is like the whole dating sphere. You know, girls have to endure a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I would agree.
Yeah,
I've seen it happen. Yeah.
Okay.
That girls have to endure.
Do you have an example?
Yeah.
Like
Give them an example.
dudes looking at them.
That's
I see that.
Looking at them. What?
Yeah, like
does
now, now that I've been going to the gym, I catch fools
be staring.
It's his reflection.
No, bro. I literally like I do calculations. I'll be looking at their eyeballs. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, you know
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, is that something you deal with? Do you get stared at?
Yeah, I think all girls do. I think it happens pretty young. Like you experience it at a fairly younger age. Not even the staring part, but just people telling you how to act as a girl. Like,
Oh, okay.
don't do this. You shouldn't act like this. You shouldn't wear this. Or, you know, even when you're like, even like a little girl and you have a dress on, like you can't
Is that like
play around with. You can't play. Don't throw your legs in the air because you know.
I hear parents say
is that like a cultural thing?
No.
I think in general, but I think when it comes to different cultures, there's definitely
differences.
Yeah.
Because there's what's an expression in the Hispanic community? It's called Marianismo. Have you guys heard of that?
What is that, bro?
What?
Marianismo?
Yeah, so this is like the opposite of like, or like for the women, it's the version of what's the masculine? What's called
masculinity?
Masculinity
for women. So this is like we see girls as like precious and stuff like that. So we want to take care of them, quote unquote. So we grown ups tend to like, hey, you shouldn't, you know, how you were saying, like they're pure. And where the guys, they're more like you be a man, be macho and all that shit.
Yeah.
No emotions.
Right.
True.
You can't cry. Don't act like a girl.
Right.
Simone.
And then the Marianismo would be like, it's okay, you know, you're pure. And when girls are just like, okay, you know,
if you say so.
Yeah.
But I think that also, like, telling girls that are putting that pressure on women, the whole purity thing, or, you know, like, you're a flower and there's this whole, you know, I think that also puts a huge...
Princesa.
There it is.
Oh my God, what's wrong with my Spanish,
your
bro?
presence?
That's it, yeah. He got it at that time.
What's wrong with my Spanish today, dude?
Today?
His presence.
Today.
Wait, what were you saying?
I'm a guess.
No, I wasn't
Can
saying
you
anything.
translate?
He was trying to say princess.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything.
Twice.
Just say it in English.
All right, my princess.
Princesa, bro.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you're young, especially at that age, you're not really aware of those types of things. Either as a girl or a boy, right?
Yeah.
And it's more so the adults around you, because those adults have that, like,
experience.
Yeah, they have that
Knowledge,
experience.
sure.
They have grown into their sexuality or whatever it may be. So, yeah, as a girl, you have all this pressure on you to be pure, to be innocent, to be nice, to be soft-spoken. You know, don't talk unless someone talks to you. You want to be cute. You want to be feminine.
And it's all like in the disguise of like they're taking care of you. They're looking after you. When I don't think that's what's going on. Or what do you think?
I guess it depends on the situation you're in growing up. Like if you do have family where they've provided you that environment of like security. But I think also part of feeling safe and secure, not just as like a girl, but as a human being, it's like people actually looking after you and people actually providing you a safe environment to grow up in. But I think at least in my experience growing up, there's a huge emphasis put on purity, a huge emphasis put on
definitely.
You have to be beautiful. And my dad, to like me and my sisters growing up, would say, oh, you know, you can't get scars like anywhere on you because guys don't like that. You can't do this or you can't do that, or even, you know, joking like, oh, when you get older, I'm going to sell you off to like a man or something, you know, like. But I think that's part of like certain cultures too, where it's just there's a huge emphasis put on women and their purity and how you have to stay innocent and beautiful,
right?
And your looks are everything.
Is it a parent just being a parent?
Huh?
Is it a parent just being a parent, like protecting their child?
Sure. Yeah, that's
in a way.
Oh.
Yeah,
you know?
because I don't think people do that in the. I look people in a different light. I don't think people do that in the nasty intention. It's something they grew up as traditionally. they were taught to like that's the way you take care of, you know, your kids.
But I think also as you grow up as your own adult, like you become aware. Like every generation is different than the one before. Yeah. So the generation we grew up in is different than what our parents grew up in, and we 100%. See that, and we have different ideals. We have different experiences of how we want to raise our kids, also based off of how our parents raised us. So if there's things that your parents did to you growing up that you don't agree with, or that you didn't like growing up, like you're gonna pass those. You're gonna change that when you have kids.
Hopefully,
breaking them chains.
Hopefully. Yeah, sometimes that shit is like unbreakable.
Yeah, it's ingrained.
Yeah, it's a trait
or a curse.
Oh shit!
Generational curse, yeah, ancestral curse.
There you go.
Or they call it ancestral trauma, right? Like you break.
It takes about
trauma.
3 generations apparently for that to break, right?
Oh, really?
Sometimes it takes a while.
3 generations is a long ass time, bro.
That's 30 years.
More than that, though.
I mean, generations. You said generations.
Yeah, it's like
I thought you said
100, maybe.
I was
80.
thinking decades. I don't know what. Yeah.
I said 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a new generation almost every decade too.
Facts. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Between us, anyways. Yeah, but I'm talking about like family. It takes mad years.
But today's society, there's a lot of chains being broken though. About
You think so?
Yeah, I see it, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I really do. You know, different ways of raising kids now. You know, different methods.
Yeah,
different because I'm a little bit older. I'm probably the oldest one here.
There you go.
facts.
I'm just trying. We're the same.
Well,
age.
we're the same age.
Same age.
Me and Irvin,
Yeah. But you look older.
but nah.
you guys look young. I'll be honest.
But we come from like kind of like an older, old schooler type thing.
Yeah, you guys are from the 80s.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Shoot,
You were still-
guys are from the
stay.
80s.
That's crazy, huh?
We were
What was that
born,
like?
clarify. No.
your elders.
Clarify.
You guys
we were
remember
born in the
McDonald's.
80s, but raised in the 90s. Okay. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously you guys were fucking.
And you guys were raised in the 90s as well. I know that.
Kinda, yeah.
So you ain't that far off it.
Yeah. I was.
True.
All right. But growing up the way I grew up, and I assume Irvin can relate too, like there were different methods.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
I'm sure. Dude.
there was way different methods
damn,
if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I definitely.
You know, but
Speak about them though.
Yeah, like what were
What
the
are some?
methods?
Yeah, well, can you put some line on what
Spanking?
what methods, Irvin?
So
Yeah, talk, Irvin. Talk a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm just kind of letting the room talk because I've been the guest, so I kind of want Ari to have her saying too.
Yeah,
I get you.
So as far as like the way that we were brought up, were good methods and bad methods. Now that we have technology that allows us to actually understand certain things that maybe we didn't learn or were able to learn because traditions come from like a pueblo, like literally they get stuck within a little community. Now that we extended our basis of where we could get our knowledge and basically not get stuck in the same realm of like this is the only way to actually treat a child or how to communicate with the child, there's other methods, like that books, and of course now we have the phone that have provided us the internet. When it comes to like, I would say the biggest one for us back then was it was more common to hit a kid than now. I would say it's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing if you're not allowing the kid to understand what it is that the negative impact as far as like why he did it. I think the communication skills have grown a little bit more.
Sure.
I think back then there was no positive reinforcement led after that type of punishment.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we need to kind of like, I think I would want to break out of if I do ever decide to spank my kid. I would like to have some sort of communication.
Of course.
Rather than just, hey, this is just like, I'm just going to slap you. I'm going to get the chancla or I'm going to get the whatever it was that my parents used back in the day. There has to be more communication within the punishment. I think that's something that has to be evolved. I know certain people wouldn't agree with the whole in general, like I'm not going to spank my kids, which is fine. It's your kids.
You do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's like it's your kids. I'm not going to say what to do. For me, I probably will do the spanking to a certain extent and then to a certain age too, but with the idea too that there has to be a lot of communication, not just the physical. There has to be positive reinforcement after the punishment. So that I think that's something that we grew up with, the whole idea like, hey, you did something wrong. Where's the chancla? Where's the cinturón?
No questions asked,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. They would actually tell us, hey, go get me the cinturón or go get me this.
Yeah.
And then basically we're walking
The
really
sibling,
slowly.
they'll tell the sibling like, "Go get me the belt,"
Yeah, exactly.
and the sibling will proudly go get
Right.
it. Like, "Ooh, my brother's about to
Right.
get it."
Proudly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think there's been a lot in terms of growth from with the internet and just society in general, learning more about what it means to actually raise a child and just childhood development, because, our ancestors didn't know what the result of hitting a kid meant.
Yeah.
And then we see that, like, there have been experiments that have been conducted over years that show, like, the effects of what happens when you hit a kid, and how that affects a child, and how that affects their emotional development, how that affects, you know, how that does create trauma, and later in life it leads to other types of, you know, mental instability or whatever. And so, like, we have a lot more knowledge now for our generation that's available. So, you know, that I feel like the hitting part is something that would, if anything, be a last resort. But I wouldn't really see a lot of people in our generation ever doing that to their kids.
Yeah.
You know?
It depends how bad the situation is.
Yeah, I would say it was also circumstantial.
Yeah, what would be bad enough to hit? Oh, you guys have kids? Any of you guys?
No, bro, I'm smart.
No. Shit. Oh, man, I got two.
No, but I think part of that is also, like you're saying, Irvin, like communication. Like, you have to understand, like, what it means to be what that means, like, a child, and their understanding of life. Like, they're so young, they don't know anything. They're learning emotions. Or if they get upset over anything, it's not because they're wrong or that's what they did is wrong, but it's like they don't really know how to cope with those emotions that they're feeling, and so they're going to act out. They're going to throw a tantrum, and a lot of times what happens is, like, someone who is themselves emotionally not mature enough doesn't know how to deal with that. They don't know how to handle that because they themselves don't have that emotional maturity. They don't know how to cope with anger. They don't know how to cope with sadness. They don't know how to do that on their own. And so for them, like, the only thing that they are used to or what they've grown up with is being hit. So they end up doing that to their kids. Yeah. So I think, you know, as long as you understand what bringing a child into the world means, and what that means in terms of emotions, and what it means to, like, actually you're molding someone. So anything you do to them, they're absorbing like a sponge. So you have to be completely aware of all that stuff. And
exactly.
And, like, we have that knowledge now. We have those things available to us that our parents didn't have and our grandparents didn't have. And
knowing all of that, knowing all that interesting stuff, like, does that make you want to have a kid?
No.
Irvin?
I will have kids at some point. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but my reasons are different as far as, like, I'm not just going to have kids to have kids. Like you guys know, I have something that I'm building. I do want to be able to hand it down to somebody. I ask myself questions where I'm like, why are you doing this just for yourself? And then for me, it's just not fulfilling enough for me to work as hard as I work just for myself. I have to work for something or something in the future. And not only am I working for my family, current family, I'm also going to try to work for someone that technically doesn't exist yet. And in my head, I'm like, I need to do what I can now. Not only when it comes to the financial, I have to understand who I am as a person. Like Ariana's letting us know, there is a lot more when it comes to the technology where we could understand certain things. I need to grow from that as well, just so that if I do have kids, I don't make the same mistakes or the same routes that I remember that my parents did, not knowing because they were wanting to affect me in a negative way. It's just that they didn't have the resources to actually understand these.
That's facts.
But then you got that argument. I have friends, okay? Remember Alex?
Yes.
We've had this similar talk when he was on the pod, remember?
He said that he hits, right?
He got beat, you know, and parents never explained him why. But remember what he said, though? He said he was, because of that, made him into what he is today.
I agree and I disagree.
So you got that argument.
I agree and I disagree just because everyone's going to experience life differently. Everyone's going to experience their emotions differently. Everyone's going to experience how anything is affected differently. True. So are there people that are going to grow from that, I guess, from that physical pain that his parents endured in him? For sure, 100%. Yeah. But there are other people that don't think in that same sense of category within the brain. So you have to understand the differences between how you're molding a person, and it's not going to fit every single person. And this is coming in from me being a teacher. I didn't teach every kid the same way because, like myself, I was a student and I didn't like the school system because it taught it in a particular way where it didn't suit my brain. And of course that I'm now putting me in a category where it's very small, and then the school literally just generalized the student body as everyone, and I didn't like that. And I think that goes with everything. When you're teaching not just to teach just a whole concept of this is how everybody thinks, this is how everybody feels.
Yeah.
No, you have to go by that one person.
No, I think it is true. You if you teach somebody individually, you do know that person more. You know how to teach them. But I think the reason why they do it in general is because you can't do that.
There's
obviously.
a huge population.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you can't really
it's so
do that.
hard
For
to
sure.
individualize.
But you're
people.
right though that to get like and that and you know what, you could put that with your kids too. How the fuck are you not one-on-one with your kids? I don't understand that.
It's mandatory, bro.
People
Yeah.
work, I guess.
Yes,
But-
yes, obviously, yeah.
I mean, but yeah, there are definitely
tough.
parents out there that are more involved in their kids' lives, and you see
100%.
it like 100%. And I think one thing, I mean, for me, I was working with an elementary school for a little bit, right when the pandemic happened, and everything was, at home.
Oh yeah.
And so like kids had to be at home, and they would log on, and that's the teacher would teach, and I would sit there and I would see kids who had their parents prepared everything for them. They had like a desk for their kid, and
That's dope.
they would sit there, they would come in and they would help their kid, and they would, bring them snacks or whatever. And then there were other kids who, their parents were in the background yelling. There's like a little kid like pulling on them, trying to like get their attention. They couldn't ever like actually pay attention because the parents just weren't providing a good environment for them. And even when they asked their parents for help, their parents were like, "I can't help you. I'm too busy." And it was just like, for me, it was heartbreaking to see, because I'm like, geez, like there's kids out there. I mean, there's always going to be kids out there who just don't have parents who are as involved, or who can't be as involved.
Or have that resource.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Irvin.
Because
Then they shouldn't be having kids.
It's a resource thing, because some kids could be privileged enough where they have a computer somewhere more private.
Yep.
Somewhere where they can concentrate.
Their own bedroom, yeah.
And then the other one is less resourceful, where it's
On a tablet
it's
or
in the
something.
living room or on the tablet,
Yeah.
in the kitchen, when you see all the commotion in the
Like 6
background.
kids in the background,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and this is going back to, I guess, the culture thing. I think me and Ari had this conversation about the whole, when it comes to Hispanic culture, back in, I guess, our parents' time, they had a plethora of kids without knowing that they had the resources.
You see that joke?
yeah,
Like,
dude.
ustedes, esa generación, nomás piensan puro sexo, when they're the ones who had like 12 kids.
Yeah, that
bro.
12 kids and
Come on.
My
no financial stability.
Dude,
I think
13.
that comes within the culture, but I think it has been changing. And unfortunately, because we've gone through certain things that we weren't provided, it almost like flipped it to the extreme, where now our generation doesn't even want to have kids.
Yeah.
So I think because we didn't recognize what the whole idea of the family was, a healthy family, we've been kind of almost programmed off of circumstances. Like, they didn't know either what they were doing either, because of, like I said,
Yeah, because
They were learning.
they're popping as they were going.
yeah, exactly.
There wasn't really thought to having a kid.
Yeah. I mean, but also back then,
That's a
like,
pure way
infant
to do it.
mortality rate was a lot higher.
I wouldn't say like
Death,
10, 20
like-
years ago, because I
Well,
would say
no,
me and
but
my parents, your
like
parents, my
grandparents are
Yeah.
Like
at
the
least
50s
2
and shit.
generations ago. Like
Yeah.
my great grandparents
Yeah.
for sure.
That's
Like
what I'm
infant
talking about.
mortality was higher, but also depending on where they were. Like if they were growing in like a smaller place in, what do you call it?
Pueblo.
Like a pueblo?
Un pueblito.
A town,
Town.
small little
A
town.
small town in like Mexico. I mean,
Yeah.
what are the risks of giving birth?
Shit.
Even for our grandparents, were there risks?
Probably
I don't know.
next to a burro.
But also,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
there were diseases. Kids would die at 10 years old. At kids wouldn't make it out of childhood.
Yeah.
So that happened. But also, even as
True.
adults, kids would die. So it's like they had to have a lot in order for like some of them to make it to adulthood. Some of them to actually be able to carry on the family name. Although, it's changed for sure.
Yeah.
Within like
So
few generations
But
ago,
kids,
but-
right? All around the board, we're good. Dude.
Damn kids.
Damn
man.
kids.
Kids is
Damn
tough,
kids.
Damn
man.
kids. Or now that since no one's asking,
What's up?
how is it being a father?
Dude, it's
because
great.
we're the ones talking about kids, and you haven't said anything.
Yeah, and I'm the
we have-
youngest.
We have someone.
Oh,
with
you have a
experience.
kid?
Yeah.
Literally, the youngest
I
one
didn't
here
hear
Yeah, exactly.
has kids.
There you go.
Yeah, I have 2, man.
Wow.
One's in kindergarten.
Dang.
One's a little snuggle bunny,
One's still a little peanut.
Yeah, man, he's still growing. I just took him to the doctor today. Did my
Aw.
little parenting the other day.
Wow.
Yeah, man, kids is awesome. Kids are great. I have okay. So the first one, I was going to school when I had them, and that was just a mistake, right? Like people get excited in the bed.
Don't show him this podcast.
No, I'm gonna tell him, hey, bro, you did this. I'm just kidding.
Something bad.
Something out of the blue. I find it really amazing where like maybe like 10, 15 years from now, your kid can come and listen to this podcast.
Bro, that'd be awesome. You'll love it.
Yeah.
No, man, he's my best friend, man. He's my buddy. But at the time, I thought it was the worst thing.
You didn't hear this?
I thought it but you know what? I didn't think of it because of experience. It's because I was told it was gonna be. My parents were telling me, hey, you know, you gotta go to school, you gotta finish this shit. I was like, well, damn, well, you know, I was doing that.
Yeah.
And when I was ready, I was almost getting close to getting that degree. At least you get Bunny on the other side.
Got a surprise.
Yeah. She was a little warm that night, I guess, and I just didn't let go.
It was a long,
ovulating.
It was a long, cold night, and you were looking for some warmth.
Yeah.
And I stayed there. It was, you know, so when that happened, dude, it was a shock. You know, I was scared. I was like, but I wasn't scared.
How old are you?
Dude, I was young. I mean, still kind of old. And I think I was 21 and a half.
21?
Yeah, you're young.
That was young, right?
No, you're
that was
super young.
Yeah.
Because me thinking 21, I didn't know anything.
It's also stupid at that age, looking back.
I was out skateboarding, bro.
Yeah, man. I was
so
hitting the books.
how far were you from getting your degree?
Bro,
like a year?
Yeah, I was done.
Or
I
less?
was transferring already, getting my psychology degree.
Oh, okay. And you put all that on hold?
Yeah,
basically.
Pretty much. I told my girl, you know what, you're gonna continue that route. You're gonna go. You could do that while I, you know, work and support. And that's what happened, dude.
So she was going to school. Then.
Yeah, and working at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So I let her. What's it called?
You adjust.
Yes,
that's what people
obviously.
Just make sacrifices.
Yeah. I think a lot of parenting or a lot of relationships don't fucking work out because of problems. They don't know how to deal with it. This was a huge problem for us. I remember that time we're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? But
it was scary.
Yeah, it was very scary, intimidating because I think the reason why I was intimidated is because we were told.
Yeah.
But one thing that my boss said that I will never forget at this shitty job, he said, hey, what's it called? Are you prepared to have this kid? I'm like, fuck no. I'm not ready, dude. I'm scared. And he's like, dude, you could be the most prepared financial parent in the world, and you said this. It'll still be the same.
Yep. You can never prepare for a child, no matter how financially. I mean, it makes it easier in some senses, I guess. But at the end of the day,
if you're mentally,
there's nowhere to prepare to have a child.
If you're mentally not there, I think it's impossible. Yeah. No matter where are you? I know financial will help, but it was really good advice. So after that, I'm like, you know what? Because at the time I was going through a lot of stress. I was finishing school, the baby, obviously. But as soon as he came, I was more worried about. We talked about this in Irvin's podcast. How I was like going through a lot of anxiety and stuff like that with school and stuff. And that baby literally, like, he took that away from me. And that's kind of weird to say that. He was kind of like my therapy. I call him a therapy baby because I was going through some shit, bro. I'm telling you. And instead of worrying about me and myself, I was worrying about the baby. Oh, shit, I got to get up.
It's so pure. It's like a little pure form of life.
Yeah.
So innocent.
I was getting up for a purpose. I was going to sleep for a purpose, And now he's getting good grades, I was rewarding him with some Fortnite V-Bucks. I play with him Fortnite together. He's that old already. It's awesome, dude. It's my little guy. It's my little guy. It's great. And then I have a little one this one was planned. The little one was planned. It was more special. I know they're gonna see this.
More special.
Nah, they're gonna see this.
They're gonna be like, "Hey, you heard that? I'm more special."
No, it was just like because it was more special because this was like, we planning this shit,
Yeah.
And it just came like it was easy, bro. Like it's so fucking cool. Like one of the things that when you like debating online and you want to talk to this like a big group of people, you really can't convince people, when you want to bring them into your point. Yeah. But you could raise somebody to be like you in a way.
You can mold them.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, the molding. So have kids. I'm gonna say that. Kids are awesome. Kids are great. I'm sorry, they are.
You can say that, because you're the one experiencing going through it. I can't say that. I don't have kids.
Yeah, he has 5. that we don't know.
That I don't know.
Nobody knows about.
Running around somewhere.
They're gonna find you
kids
in like
beautiful.
10 years.
No, I do agree because I have a little niece too. She's almost a year, so I enjoy her time, and like just having her like allows me just to sit still and I'm the type of person that I'm always working. But with her, I'm so focused on her that nothing else matters at that moment. But I also know But I also know that
it's tough though.
At this time, she's so little that she's not going to remember every little moment that I have with her.
Yeah.
So I have to refocus my brain. And it's not like she needs me because she has my sister and her husband.
Obviously,
but still, like, that idea in my head gets ingrained where I'm sitting on the couch and she's with me, and literally she's just either just playing with the little ball, or she's just staring at me, or literally just wandering her eyes or something. But yet my focus stays on her.
I could totally relate to that because I have a niece too.
Yeah.
And
I have a niece too.
Everyone got nieces.
Okay, but she's probably the closest thing that I could right now.
There
as
you
of
go.
Now, I have like a child, you know.
Yeah.
Even though she's like not literally one of mine, but she's still, you know, family. And she's my niece. When I have her, I totally relate to that. And she's like, when I'm carrying her, you know, like that. Even though she's not my child, I'm having thoughts like, I want to give her
exactly,
stuff.
bro. You want to give her everything.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
You know what? Psychologically, that makes you a better person.
Exactly.
You're right because I remember because like. I bought her some Nikes, bro.
I saw them. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Like, because I wanted her to have like
baby Nikes,
some dope booties. You know what I mean?
She's probably gonna grow out of and like.
But I want her to.
That's so cute.
But even like that's what I wanted her to keep them. Like I want those shoes. To like
so
like I got her she for her remember those shoes, hang them on her wand when she's like fucking like 15
You're
or
already
something.
telling a story.
You should have P-Rod sign those.
Ooh, bro, that would hit home.
P-Rod.
That would hit home.
That's a dope idea, actually.
Hey, P-Rod. Yeah.
No, but I can relate to that because I totally, my sister had her baby the end of December, so she's only a few months, and I'm like walking through the store and I see baby stuff and I'm like, oh, this would look cute on her.
That's the weird
That's
thing.
cute.
That's the way I am with my niece.
Oh my goodness, look at this. That's the cutest thing. And I mean, I love spending time with her. I love seeing her. I tell my sister to send me pictures and videos of her all the time. And, I love it. But I think for me personally, like, I enjoy that time with her, but I also enjoy the time. It's like, okay, I can give her back. And I don't like.
That's what most people say.
I have my own space. I have my own time to like.
I don't get to
do what I need to do. Yeah. Which is nice.
Yeah. When I visit my brother, and I see my niece, I need to carry her.
Yeah.
And I try to carry her as long as I can.
Yeah. They grow so fast. I look at my niece. I'm like, holy moly, you're big already.
Yeah.
I remember like a month ago, you didn't even know how to control your eyes, and now you're like staring at me.
Yeah, dude.
I thought she has functions of her hand. She can like grab things, and she like when you talk to her, she kind of like she recognizes that you're saying something.
The development part is so fun. I love it. It's like you could see it growing. It growing.
Like the personality developing.
Yeah, that too. But that's exactly. It starts with a very young age. Oh man, you could see like the baby steps. The crawling and shit. All that shit is
them able to actually hold their heads up,
bruh. All that shit is like it's a milestone.
The milestones.
Yeah, I can't wait till the teenagers when they're talking back to me, bro. That shit is gonna be awesome. I remember how I was.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll beat you ass right
now, dude. Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be another obstacle, but it's something that I'm looking forward to.
How old is your younger?
Right now, he's a 5. So right now, what would I describe him? I'm letting him, cry, emotionally. You can let it all out, buddy, but take it easy. Like you gotta cry about it. He's very emotional.
So you have 2 boys.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Do you want a girl?
I would love one, but
are you gonna try for another one?
I'm scared. We talked
of a
about
girl?
This. No, I'm scared to have a 3rd boy. Imagine that shit.
Yeah.
3 dudes.
Yeah.
You're there. You're in a part of 3.
I have nothing but brothers.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't have sisters.
3 of you guys?
Yeah.
That's funny. My dad wanted another boy, so it was my older sister, then my older brother, and then he wanted another boy. So they tried again, and it was me. They tried again. My sister. They tried again. My sister. So it's like 10 of us in total, and it wasn't until the last.
Shit.
So it's 7 girls,
10
and 3
siblings.
boys.
Damn.
9 siblings. So I'm 10.
Freaking everything.
9?
Damn.
9 siblings.
That's crazy.
It was my older sister, my older brother. 6 girls, and then my 2 younger brothers.
You have a big family.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
But big families are cool, though.
The Christmas must be popping.
It must be lit.
Christmas must be popping.
It's a party with just the siblings.
We do say it's like can you imagine how much money you spend just on Christmas
Facts.
for your siblings.
One each, right?
Oh my gosh.
It's gotta be.
Secret Santa. That's it.
Yeah.
I would.
That's what we do now. That's what we do now.
I have a big
Because
family
it's
too.
like,
Tough
dude,
times.
buying presents for everybody. Now we have a
Recession.
niece, and it's like
Nieces automatically
she's
get 'em.
getting all the gifts.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Like,
It's all about them.
doesn't matter. Like, all our money's going towards her.
Same, dude.
But yeah,
9. Holy shit. Sorry.
How many siblings do you have, Irvin?
I just have an older sister.
That's it? It's
there you
just
go.
2 of you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
See, that's good. That's good.
And you?
I had 5 siblings.
5? Okay.
Mostly
that's
dudes.
Medium size.
Yeah.
mostly dudes.
Yeah, I have 2
Yeah.
older sisters, but it was 4 boys in the household.
Mm.
Yeah. Lots of competitiveness. They all play sports. I didn't, but you know,
For sure.
they play a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Just to get mad at each other.
Where are you in the lineup?
I'm in the middle, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay.
I'm the middle child.
Yeah, I have an older brother.
Do you guys have
um,
middle child syndrome?
What is that?
The black sheep of the
It's
family?
like maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know,
Same
where
thing,
you
no?
feel like you never get attention or something.
Yeah.
Ah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, actually,
You're middle, right? Yeah.
I kind of do get a lot of attention. I
Yeah.
kinda do. Nah,
Your parents love you.
I'm lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
All
the
the time.
favorite.
Yeah, every time I see like his mom is the one that wipes stuff off of him right now.
Nah, what the fuck?
Mira, mijo, como-
Oh my
Puts a bib on him.
Oh, his mom loves him. Aw, shout out to.
Get nice.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah.
Moms.
Mommy.
Yeah.
All right, that was good. Little, what's it called? Tangent with the. We didn't even put that shit down.
Nah. Segue.
There you
It
go.
was a segue, but dope one.
Yeah, I wanted to go into more.
But Anthony, I don't mean to cut you
Go
out,
ahead.
but I think we're gonna want to go on another break.
all right, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good too.
So one final break, and we'll be right back. Okay. All right, second break.
Yeah.
We're back.
Let's go.
All right, you know I had to go, bro.
You did?
Yeah, I had
You
to.
didn't have to expose yourself.
It was an emergency, bro.
No one.
He went
did.
number 2.
I keep it real, bro. It wasn't number 2, but I keep it real.
I bet.
All right, so yeah, we're back though.
Glad you made it.
So moving on. So what not every episode we have a female present.
100.
So I wanted to pick a brain, a female brain, pick a brain, like a perspective,
Yeah.
the dating scene, the dating stuff,
Yeah.
side of things, But when I wanted to
What do you want to know?
I want to ask, when a dude approaches you, what goes on with the female? What are they thinking,
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Do you get approached more, or do you do most of the approaching?
No, I never. Well,
Oh, never.
I don't kiss and tell. Nah.
I guess it just depends on where we are
True.
or where I am. But I think for sure women can afford to be more picky than men in the sense where if we're somewhere and we see a guy and we're into them, we
Give
or I guess
signals.
we're more picky about who we approach, and I think sometimes men are kind of just oh, she's kind of pretty, so I'm just gonna go up and talk to her, or just try to
True.
talk to any
She
girl,
bad.
and it just depends on where you
Yeah.
are, in a bar. Guys will try to pick up on any girl in a
Does-
club.
True.
Guys will try
Does
to
a
pick
girl
up any
give
girl.
Does a girl give signals?
if she's interested in a guy?
Yeah. Cause I'm an idiot, bro.
True. No,
True. Very true.
All men are idiots. No, I'm just kidding.
Facts.
No, I think. I mean, there's that that's why they say men are bad at picking up hints, but also
True.
women, what women think are obvious, hints that, oh, I'm
Cues.
into you. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guys totally just it goes past them.
Yeah.
So I think in a situation where if I saw a guy that I was interested in or that I maybe thought was attractive, then if I'm interested in him, I would for me personally, I would make an attempt to actually go up and talk to him. But I think there are a lot of women who would hold back in that situation, kind of wait for him to approach or wait for the guy to approach.
Yeah.
But how does the guy know?
I was gonna ask. I was gonna let her finish, but I was gonna ask.
Okay, my bad.
So if you're into a guy, there's like, I think one of the things is eye contact. So if you're like,
don't look at me,
making eye contact at him, and it's not just like by chance, like, oh, oops, I looked at him.
Definitely
it's like if you're like making eye contact
when you get caught looking.
Times,
multiple times. No.
Get caught looking. Like they're purposely like holding your gaze.
Yeah. Oh, they want to get looked at.
Not staring contest holding your gaze, but like they kind of like
put me on game.
Kind of look
for real.
Hold it for a couple seconds and maybe like talk to their friend again.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that's one.
Yeah.
Hint. If you know the girl, like if you are friends with her, or if you are acquaintances and you're in a situation, you know, maybe a group gathering or at a social event with these people, and you're like in close proximity of them, if they're making like, if they make the effort to like even touch you, not in like a super like obvious way, but like, you know, like they bump you or like ha ha ha, and they like
the flirty touch
hit you, you know, like that's a little bit of a sign.
Funny.
Yeah, they shove you. They shove you and shit.
Yeah,
they shove you. Yeah,
hey, don't get touch me. That's what I would say.
Like, bro,
I'm not a simp, bro.
Hey, watch out.
Cooties, stop it.
I have a question.
But also, if they're talking to you, like if they're actually like making a conversation with you and actually are engaging in conversation with you, if you,
true.
I think that's a sign.
Yeah, 100%. If you, I mean, obviously she's gonna be into you if you're having a good conversation at a bar. You know, maybe the first time you met. Obviously, that's one good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you come here often? You know that weak ass line.
What's your favorite line?
Yeah, what's your pickup line?
I'll be honest. I have no game, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't keep it real.
He's like,
that's the best game.
I got no game.
Are you a Scorpio?
I got
Dude,
that's what Ramses says.
That's
Ramses' game.
What?
Oh, you a Virgo?
Are you a
gone.
Virgo?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, damn.
Gotta get out of here.
But
you use a zodiac sign, like the
nah, fuck all that shit.
Well, okay, I have a question. Why don't girls like to approach?
Why don't?
Yeah, well, have you? You said you haven't approached anybody.
She does.
Oh,
I will if I'm interested.
Okay.
You make friends real easy.
Yeah.
Remember?
I think it's
yeah.
I mean, but I also feel like I'm extroverted in that way where in social settings, I enjoy talking to people and I can like hold a conversation very easily, and I don't like if someone comes up to me and talks to me, like I'll converse with them and I don't have any like you know I'm not like, oh, who are you? You know, like
she's less judgmental than we are, I guess.
Because you said, Irvin, you said earlier on another podcast that you don't like people like small talk. You said.
Yeah, I don't like small talk. As far as like, I don't have too much time to waste to begin with. So meeting new people, I'm gonna catch your energy right away.
Depends on the situation.
Irvin, but sometimes you need a little bit of small talk if you're gonna approach somebody.
How do you know?
But if I'm gonna approach somebody, I already know. I've already built a conversation in my head, so there's no more small talk.
You already got a plan.
I already got everything in line. Yeah, I already got everything.
Man with a plan.
Man with the
The man with the vision, bro.
Okay.
Míralo nomás.
Yeah, we're not talking about the weather. We're not talking about your brothers or siblings. No, I got you. I got you.
You don't care about
But I think that changes too when you get
Put me on game, dude.
Like I feel like older men are different in the way they approach women versus like younger men.
Yeah,
sure. Younger men are just kind of like all over the place.
I'm old.
I feel like younger men are always about jokes. They just like to like be funny all the time for no reason.
What's wrong with being funny?
No, I don't know. I think it's cringe, bro.
I think it's cringe
Because he's funny.
Yeah.
Unless they really are funny.
I think I'm funny.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not saying. I said young men.
Not old men.
I'm talking about like 20-year-olds, brother.
She said young men.
I said 20-year-olds, dude. Come on. Like these guys are just always being like chads.
They have that cringe.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Chads.
You could be funny, but
Cringe chads.
Yes, come on. These guys are just like you know. I don't know. I can't imitate them, but
The jocks.
Yeah. You want to come with me, baby? You know what I'm saying?
What's up, though?
And she's like, okay. For whatever fucking reason.
No, I know what he's trying to. I know what he's trying to say. I think this is coming back from the sports that I was in. The different way of thinking. The geeks were a little bit more awkward. They didn't really know how to approach certain girls or whatever. But for me, I was more willing to make friends with them because their conversations were a little bit more I guess based on something that was tangible, because they were into like certain things like books or chess or things that I like.
Yeah,
but then of course I was athletic, so I fit in more with the athletes just on the physical, but their conversations were like, hey bro, blah blah blah, this chick and blah blah. So it's very nonsensical to my brain at that age, even though I was thinking about girls 100% at that time too. But my conversation or my thoughts of conversation were completely different, where I'm like, that's not all I want to talk about. I want to talk about some other stuff. But I think that's what he was trying to say as far as
okay.
Clarify for me.
Sorry. That's why I got Irvin here.
I'm in the
Ariana, I want to ask you, like, can you give us like the most awkward, lame fool that's ever approached you? Can you give us
You're
that?
gonna make me call someone out.
Give us a name drop right now.
right?
No, I want that
Most
name.
awkward.
It was Felipe.
Tag his ass too. Tag his ass.
There's like 10 different guys.
It was all of them.
But like the worst one that approached
the most
you.
memorable.
Yeah,
Oh my
that memorable. Like, what the heck?
Goodness gracious.
What did he say?
Yeah.
Almost.
What did he say? Yeah.
I think she's told me one, but I don't know if you want me to tell it.
Which one?
The one with the chanclas?
I want to hear it from.
the sandals.
Yeah, let's hear that. Let's
I
hear
want to
it.
hear it from.
That was just
Ariana.
an awkward, like.
There we go. That's what
I mean, okay, so this is the story. I wouldn't say he was like the
Story time.
Okay,
story time.
this is someone I met, and
You got a name? I was kidding.
actually no, I don't remember his name.
Don't name drop. Don't name drop.
But
I
I hope he doesn't
Cheese
watch it. But anyway, he basically, we planned a date to go out, and
Okay.
Okay.
so
Who
we
planned
met
it?
up at.
Who planned it?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
He was that forgettable, bro. Come on, guy.
Already forgettable.
Come on.
Okay.
Forgettable in that
She
way,
doesn't
but not
remember your name.
But not the.
She doesn't remember
Not
where.
the shoe game. The shoe game was not forgettable.
The shoe game? What the fuck? What do you mean?
Game. Listen up.
Oh,
This is a good
no.
story. This is a good story.
Okay, so we meet up for a date, and we meet up in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I get there a little bit before he does. Oh, I guess maybe I was the one who set it up then, because
There you go.
that was a place that I used to go to play trivia.
Ah.
And so I probably just told him, like, hey, meet me here. And so I got there a little bit before he did. And maybe 5 minutes later, he comes in. He walks in. And as he's walking towards me, his shoes, that's the first thing I noticed, his shoes.
Girls look at shoes.
That's what
yeah.
I've been told that.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna let her continue.
And
I'm gonna
he's
continue.
wearing...
Chunky.
He's wearing sandals. Not like the
Birkenstocks?
rainbow sandals. Not like the dad
Not-
sandals. They were like croc looking sandals.
Honestly,
like, not
right now, hold
Crocs.
on. Honestly, right now, there's nothing wrong with that. Continue.
But on the first date, though.
Coming
on
from
the
a
first
shoe
date.
guy.
Okay, this
On
was
the
the
Coming
first
from a shoe
date.
guy.
If
On the
he had
first date.
style, it would be different.
Yeah, on the
Okay, so
first
he
date.
had
Yeah.
he had them on, no socks.
With no Chanel,
His
nothing.
shorts were like kind of like
Yeah.
the
You have
dicky
to envision
material.
the
Like
whole
think of like
package.
khaki shorts,
No fucks given.
and they were
Wow.
probably like a little like
Yeah.
this high up on the above the
Come
knee.
on.
Oh, he got-
bro.
He had his shirt tucked
Okay.
in.
Oh,
he had his shirt
proper
tucked in.
gentleman. That's nice.
And he walks in, and I was like, "This is nothing like what the first time I saw him.
my
He did not look like this at all." So I'm
Catfish?
like, "What the hell?"
Was it a catfish?
No. I mean, his face was the same. I just mean like the way he was dressed was very, very different.
His presentation.
And I was
That's
like,
important.
"What the hell? This is how he shows up like on a date wearing those shoes."
What did you have on? Do you remember, like? Did you look like presentable, nice?
I mean, I was
She put
probably not like
lipstick.
super. No, I wasn't like super dressed up. Probably like something like this, like jeans.
Compared to him, you were overdressed.
I wouldn't say I was overdressed. I would just say
Casual.
it was casual. But
This guy looked like he just got out the bed. Okay, I get it.
No fucks given.
So then
That's
he
crazy.
he comes and he sits down, and I remember like I had told my friends I was going on this date, because that's what most girls do. Most girls, when they're gonna go on a date,
chat.
they tell all their
Oh
friends.
my God, girl.
They tell them where they're gonna be, who they're meeting up with. They give them their location,
Yeah.
what time they're meeting up. Like,
Really?
I'll text you once we're done.
The
Yeah,
fuck?
because you don't know. Like, some guy
Oh,
could be a serial
sure.
killer.
Girls,
Sure,
bro.
sure.
That's girls.
It's just
That's good. That's a good. That's a normal
behavior.
fear.
Yeah.
I get that. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
You're right.
Your girls got your back.
Yeah.
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 So sit down, and where we were like in the outdoor seating, and it was kind of a picnic style bench. So he was across from me, and we were just kind of talking, and I like texted my my group chat with my friends, and I was like, dude, this guy showed up with like sandals on, like they were like Crocs. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And
I feel for this guy.
because he had gone up to use the bathroom, so that's when I like texted him. So then he comes back and he sits down, and I remember like before he got back, one of my friends was like, "What? No way! Like take a picture." And I was like, "Okay."
No, what are you doing?
And so
what is this?
So me thinking like I can be sneaky, we're sitting down, it's picnic
The
style,
flash
right?
goes
So I have my phone like this, and I was like, I can just do this and like take a picture. Easy.
Sure.
And send it.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I go and I like take the picture, but the flash goes off. Oh, it literally goes. And I was like, fuck.
Already right there, the date.
And I saw his face kind of, he was like, what?
Right there, already.
The date did that, was like that, the moment he walked in with those sandals. Let's be real. With that outfit on. But
that sucks.
Damn.
yeah, it was very awkward. It was very weird. And it was so awkward.
How long did the date last?
Maybe an hour.
Damn.
That's decent.
Like I think we ordered
That's
food
short.
and a drink, and
That's short.
That's super short.
I'm sorry. I think that's short.
That's super short.
An
Yeah.
hour? Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we knew like halfway into the date,
Yeah.
not even halfway into the date, that it wasn't even like, it was just so awkward and it was so weird.
Oh, fuck.
And
poor guy.
it was kind of one of those things where you're just like waiting for it to
Was
be
he
over.
nice?
Come on. That sounds like a nice guy. Shorts, slides.
Tucked in?
Yeah.
I mean, he was
How old
probably,
was he?
yeah. I think he was my age.
Okay,
Okay.
there's a problem there.
But at that,
What?
this was probably like 4 years ago, so I was like
Okay.
28.
Yeah. That's a problem.
Did he have socks on?
yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you told me that he had socks on.
He had socks on?
Yeah, that's what you
socks
noticed.
I wonder
with
if I can.
sandals?
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find that photo.
Yeah, I
You
remember-
got it? Oh, no.
If you do
In
have
my-
it,
in my group
send
chat
it
with
to
my
me and I'll
friends.
put it. I'll put
the
it.
thumbnail.
Bro, what are you doing?
On the
We can't do
thumbnail,
that.
bro.
I'll fucking.
The
We're
don'ts on a date.
dudes. We have to stick together. That guy
Nah.
tried his
No,
hardest.
bro. Hell no. He didn't try it
I
off.
think he tried his
He didn't
hardest.
We
try it
don't.
off.
We don't claim him, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, man, he was brave enough.
He's a loser.
I think,
Yeah.
like, okay, I think there's a difference between like having some style, you know, like there are
guess,
guys who
yeah.
can pull off
Sure.
sandals with socks,
That's what I said in the
That's my
beginning.
but
bro.
it's like,
No fucks given.
Yeah.
but it's like there's like a whole look that goes to it, you know,
Yeah. Sure.
like he
Yeah.
wasn't pulling it off.
Yeah.
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 Because I like socks with sandals. That sucks.
Yeah, but that's like the marriage style though, like where you're like, okay, I already got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
How about was the dude at least attractive?
He's got to be.
Not enough for me to remember him.
Whoa.
I mean, initially
Ouch,
I
that
was.
hurts.
He was.
This is getting
but-
worse
that-
and worse.
No,
that
I
right
mean,
here.
I just.
Preach.
Right here, that hurt.
I think those sandals thing just kind of overshadowed everything else.
That's crazy.
And that whole experience overshadowed
That's
everything
gotch.
else. The splash going off, all of that. It was
How was
just-
this conversation? Because I think guys could overcompensate on looks
Facts.
or living image
Yeah.
if they have character.
Yeah. If you started talking
Definitely.
about The Godfather, the first sentence, I think you'd be in love and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It depends. There's some people who are way too nerdy. For me personally, you know,
Okay.
it just depends on the person. You know, like you can't be
Is anime nerdy?
aggressive. Is anime nerdy? No.
What?
It's geeky, not nerdy.
I love
What's
anime.
the difference?
What's it? Yeah.
Good question. Good question. Let me elaborate this.
Please.
Please educate me.
So a nerd will actually go into like engineering, into literature. A geek is literally into like anime or
Wait,
into some
what?
sort of graphic design. But there's the difference between a geek and a nerd just based off of the career paths. So that's what will differ a geek and a nerd. Now they could combine each other because nerds do go into anime and they go into
They intertwine.
they go into the same thing, but you could definitely put them in categories
thought-
of like, all right, he's definitely a geek and this guy's a
No.
nerd, but with a hint of nerd, you know, where he's playing D&D,
Hint of nerd.
you know.
What's wrong with D&D?
Oh, I
No,
was-
that's what
oh
I'm
my
saying.
goodness.
That's what I'm saying. The combination could combine
Ah.
where, you know,
I thought geeky was like someone that knew about a lot of stuff.
no, that's a nerd, bro.
No, a geek like when I'm talking to my sneaker buddies, when I'm talking to my sneaker buddies, I'm like, we like to geek out on like shoes.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
to my music guys, we like to geek out on like the hip hop
but,
artists.
but once again, the categories of what you're actually actually learning that will put you in that geek or nerd concept.
I thought a nerd was like
into books, into math,
really?
into history.
I think nerd gets associated with like intellect a little bit.
Let's get it. Okay, I like that.
And then
professor,
geeks are more so like
a teacher.
Geeks are like you know a lot about a certain subject or a certain genre or a certain niche. You know, like you're saying, you geek out about
knowledge,
sneakers.
Yeah, geek.
I learned some today.
Now we know.
I mean, I'm all about the nerds. I love the nerds.
Nerds are dope.
Yeah,
I think we all have a little nerd in us. You know,
a little bit.
Yeah,
here and there.
Okay, well, I got another question. What is something that you what is the first what are some like criterias that you look for in a dude besides looks? Obviously that's number one. Everyone looks for looks, right? What does he have to be like?
I mean, looks are definitely up there for me. It definitely, there's intelligence, so there has to be intellect. Like I should be able to, you know, talk about different things and be able to hold a intellectual conversation or debate different things and be able to like debate in a scholarly way, an intellectual way where someone's not getting aggressive, someone's not getting offended by this or that. It's like you can put your opinions out there without someone getting hurt over it.
Okay.
But also someone who knows what they're talking about. You know, there's a lot of people out there who will advocate for something or say, you know, they're opinionated about a certain political topic, but they don't actually have reasons behind it or actually can back up what they're why they are about that or against it or for it. I think for me it'd have to be someone who is also adventurous, who's outdoorsy, who likes hiking, who enjoys camping, who's you know very into different types of, or who enjoys being outdoors.
Okay, does the gym count?
I mean, yeah.
From your car to the parking lot to the gym.
That's
that could segue into actual physical, like outdoor physical.
If they're
activities.
capable for the gym, they're capable to hike.
You know, you can go to a climbing gym. Like I can go play disc golf with them. We can go backpacking. We can go.
What's that?
Disc golf?
No, back golf. What is that?
Disc golf.
No, the back one.
Backpacking?
What is that?
Oh no, I know what backpacking is.
Backpacking?
Yeah, I don't know. What'd you say?
Not even English, bro.
A backpacking.
What is that?
It's kind of like hiking.
Oh, okay. You go to.
But it's like day long, like extended hiking.
So
you're actually
sounds fun.
Like let's say you're doing 50 miles.
Yeah, the piece
of
your hike is 50 miles.
Where you need a backpack.
So you have your backpack with your gear, your tents, all your stuff, and you're actually.
Have you ever heard of the PCT trail?
Excuse me.
PC. No?
Pacific Coast Trail.
Watch your mouth. No, wait, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't know what that is.
It goes from Ridgecrest and to Hatchapee.
Holy
and then,
shit!
Like it goes like there's an actual trail that it takes like a month or two depending on how.
What the fuck? You got time?
Or the Appalachian Trail. That's a really famous one on the East Coast.
You guys don't like bowling?
Bowling is fun.
You don't like bowling?
Bowling is sick, bro.
I love bowling.
That's just not something I would do on a regular basis. Like I would do like, you know, someone invites me bowling. Yeah, I'll go. I'm like the best at it.
I'm old, bro.
Bro, this is
you
crazy.
like bowling? Like regularly?
Bowling. I have a bowling ball.
If I could, I would.
What do you mean? What the fuck?
No, I don't know.
He's a
I don't know anyone who has a bowling ball.
Yeah,
he's had time
my
for
girl.
I told Anthony, like, bro, I need to get some bowling shoes.
Bro, that'd be awesome.
Bowling ball.
Let's link up. Fuck the whole 5K. Don't do that.
You should have your own team.
The Spartan race.
Yeah, fuck that.
Go bowling instead.
Let's enter a bowling tournament.
Yes.
We have way more fun and we get drunk.
Pump some irons. Throw that fucking ball. Fucking 100 miles an hour.
Let's set that bitch up.
But that too, I think that's also attractive in a guy who's like invested in a certain hobby or like has interest outside of work that they're interested in.
Yeah. Girl, I see that girls like that when they see the man that is genuinely interested in something as like a hobby.
What about video games?
That works. Depends on the type of video game and the amount of time they're putting into it, you know. D&D, I actually, if anyone out there plays D&D and needs a player, please let me know because I have been trying to join a D&D league for a while.
It's kind of scarce out there. No one plays D&D.
Nobody plays. I literally one time at a bar, I heard these guys behind me talking about it and I was like, where do you guys play D&D? Like, do you have an opening? And they're like, oh, we don't right now.
Got them.
Here are the leagues. And this is where, like, and I told them where I lived, and they looked it up on the map, like their little like D&D thing that they have, and they gave me like where to like go into. But it's so hard to find
it's true.
a league that's actually open, or like
Facts.
because there's they go on for so long.
Ramon, you know what D&D is?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons.
That's so nerdy.
What?
Oh my god!
Did you say deserts?
No, he said it right.
Dungeons and Dragons,
back,
bro.
Ramon.
This was on my case, bro.
No, you're good. Damn. Okay.
It's the headphones.
Okay.
What the fuck? But Dungeons and Dragons is role play, right?
Kinda, yeah.
A little bit.
They be dressing up for it.
You don't have to.
can.
What are you talking about? We're talking about online D&D, right?
Or
There
in
is-
person
oh,
D&D
there
too.
is online.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not talking about online?
I was talking about actually
Yeah, the
like
board.
in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But there
Get
is
with the
online.
program,
You
bro.
can totally play online.
Online
But
would be
those
better.
games aren't. Yeah, you could do that.
For sure.
Maybe I should do that actually.
Yeah, look into that. Buy a
Dress as an elf.
Ari the elf. Sick.
Check into my stream soon, guys. I'll
Twitch
have it
stream.
on Twitch. Yeah.
Dude.
Dress as an elf.
Anyways.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's different things because I think overall it leads into broader, like, traits of a person. So it's like you find someone who's passionate about things in their daily life. So, like, working out or a sport or a certain hobby. That in itself leads to them being passionate about, like, their work or being passionate about what they do in life. So that translates into also, I think, a relationship. Like, oh, if they're putting this time and effort into that, then that will translate over to their work, and that will translate over to relationships.
True. I agree with that. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, does anything, when you're looking for somebody, does financial stability come into mind? Do you care about that at all? Like how much money he makes?
The success?
No,
I wouldn't say necessarily the amount of money that's made, but I think for me, what I find attractive in someone is someone who's motivated. And if they're motivated in what they do, and maybe they're not making the most money right now, but they have goals that they've set for themselves. They have plans for what they want to do with their career, their path for, whether it's like a business or whatever it may be, like education or whatever. That in itself, like, you can grow with that versus someone who's just like, I'm just working and I'm not gonna I have no plans to elevate myself or like make more or do more with my life. So
Escuchen.
Take notes.
Estos chamacos.
What is escuchen?
Listen. These guys, I'm telling you, bro.
Okay,
lazy.
I got a question for Irvin then.
Yeah,
what do you look for in a like hooking up or like having like a conversation?
Why did you ask me that one?
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
No, because
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to get an Irvin. That's what. I really don't care about Ari. I was kidding. Go ahead, Irvin. Like, what are some like things that attract you to like to talk to a girl?
Irvin's straight to the point. You don't like small talk.
That's what I heard.
I don't like small talk.
Because I'll be honest. You look like the dude that you don't really are attracted. Like you have a type. Am I wrong in saying that?
Do I have a type? Yeah, I think I do. I think for me the biggest thing is.
I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna go get a shirt.
Damn, bro.
I'll let you guys talk. No break, okay? I'll just go.
Goodness.
Right, go.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, bro.
Damn, how old are you? 35.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
35.
Go ahead.
All right. So as far as certain things, when it comes to, of course, looks come first for everybody.
Facts.
No matter who says it doesn't, you have to be attractive in some sort of way.
Okay,
You know, like
I got a question with that though. Are you okay with the like? I know people have an image of attractiveness. It doesn't matter who anyone is. People could be attracted to anybody. Is that correct?
Sure.
All right, cool. Let's continue with that.
Yeah, everyone has their own idea of what they're attracted to.
They find attractive.
Yeah. But for me, of course, if I'm physically attracted to him, I'm more than likely going to go approach her.
Facts.
Now that I'm a little older, it's easier for me to go up to a girl and actually go ask for her number or just say hi and introduce myself and basically start the conversation from there. That the conversation then will lead me into the idea, am I going to want to invest more time in you if you allow me, because they are the ones that choose.
True, actually,
not us.
You're right.
But if she gives me certain characteristics as far as like the conversation, similar to what Ari was saying, if she gives me a conversation where it is knowledgeable in some sort of like where it's not going to lead into small talk. Like you were saying, I don't like small talk.
Yeah, yeah.
If she's going to give me the benefit of the doubt where she's going to respond in a way where it's a little bit more elongated, and this is where Ari was saying that if the female is giving you a short-term statement or answer, that's where you start to notice, okay, she's not really into me either because the question wasn't attractive enough or because I wasn't physically attractive enough for her.
True.
So from there, I'm going to start building like little criteria as far as like where I'm going to put her. Am I going to put her like as a friend, as a colleague, as an acquaintance, or am I going to want to at least plunge in and ask her out officially?
Gotcha.
But for me, it's basically how she could have a conversation. That for me, the conversation is it's a big thing for me. And then of course, in the first date, if let's say if I do get her number and I do ask her out, the first date, that's where I'm a little bit more straightforward because I don't like wasting my time. Once again, I'm really straightforward when I don't lead it into right away when I say hello, but the first things that I am asking in the first date within the date, it's either in the middle or towards the end.
Gotcha.
I do ask about, what do you think about having kids? What do you think about marriage? That? Yeah, I do.
You know what? Actually, those are really good questions. Why don't I don't think people talk about that.
Yeah, because people get scared on the people get scared, and then of course a lot of guys I think they think
they want that with them.
Well, not really. I think they build stories on the idea of what she is, and then they get too scared on telling or asking the right questions.
Yeah,
and then they start to waste their time. And then for me, like I said, I don't have time to waste, so I right away start asking these questions like, "Oh, are you planning to live in the Antelope Valley?
Gotcha.
Long term, short term? Do you want kids? How many kids? If she says no, why? And then basically marriage comes after that, like, oh, what are your thoughts about marriage? But when it comes to marriage, I think it would be the second date. I don't think
that's too early, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'd go into the first date.
All of that might be too early, but I like that you're upfront, especially like when you go into these 30s, this age, you have to be like that. What the fuck?
Yeah, you do have to be like that. I think also when it comes to the dating scene nowadays, because it's become so like there's not a lot of seriousness in it anymore. So it's like, in order to not waste your time, it's like you have to, I guess, if you know what you want and if you're looking for something specific, you're going to go out and you're going to ask these questions because it's like, why am I going to waste 10 dates on you if just to
That's
find out all this information out? I guess, especially as a guy, like you most of the time they're picking up the tab. Most of the time they're the ones buying it.
Going off of the whole first date and expenses, giving advice to guys out there that are actually wanting to take a girl on a first date, don't invest too much time. I mean, not time, money. I would say within the 20 to 30. I know that sounds cheap, but honestly, the first date should
$20 to $30. You're saying?
Yeah. So
for both of you people,
yes,
both of them.
Yeah.
Is that not enough, Ari?
Is that cheap?
Yeah. Hold on.
I guess it depends on what you're going on.
Okay.
The fuck, Ari?
Okay, so
for dinner, no, that's not enough. But also, are you taking a girl to dinner?
No. Hold on. That's why you guys need to let me talk.
I'm letting you talk. I'm letting you talk.
Okay. So when it comes to the first date, it always comes down to you want to break an ice right away.
Let's go.
So what I do, I look for activities, not a sitting down activity, because you're both fairly nervous as far as like you're getting to know each other as far as face to face, and also you're going to start asking the questions that everybody's asking, like, oh, how many brothers? Where did you grow up? It becomes a resume kind of interview kind of thing. So what I do, I tend to look for activities. Now this is where I kind of creep into her Instagram. And I kind of look at what she likes, like, is she into outdoor stuff? Is she into little hobbies here and there? Is she into painting?
You have to study before the test.
Exactly. That I'm preparing myself to not be boring, not to lead it into a quiet moment. So I would go into, I think my last date that I went out on was, I knew she was shy, so I knew she was going to want to talk a lot, so I had to break that ice right away. So what did I do? I bought 2 kites. They were $10 on Amazon, both, and then we flew kites. So we were out.
What the hell?
We were outside, and
what the hell?
Yeah, we were
with all this wind, dude.
It was in the summer.
That's a perfect time.
No, I think it was last year in November.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I'll give you props.
That's actually different. I've never heard shit like that.
That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah. So,
and I'm gonna add on to that. Sorry to interrupt you, but I think most girls would appreciate like that type of, like, a guy asking them to do something like that instead of the
It's
regular,
different.
oh, just meet me up for drinks, you know, because that's the typical, that's what the normal. So if you want to stand out, like ask a girl for something more original, you know, think it through a little bit more.
You want to go pogo stick?
Taking notes from Irvin right now.
Yeah, something different. Something out of the norm.
Pogo sticks, yeah.
Yeah, I think what they're attracted to is the initiative as well.
Yeah.
They want to understand that you took the time to at least do something within the realms that they wanted to do. And like she said, they want original. Of course, the whole going out to drinks, it could happen on the second date or a third date. So the first date, like I said, you're trying to break that ice with an experience, not just with food or a drink, because it gets dull right away.
Facts.
After a couple questions, you're like, okay, am I really into that person? But like I said, both parties are fairly nervous.
Yeah.
So breaking the ice by being outside doing an activity, it's a lot easier. So if you're into baseball, take 2 mitts and then start throwing a ball. If you're into soccer, take a soccer ball. If you're into volleyball, basically do an activity where you're breaking the ice right away, where both of you are trying to get out of your comfort zone. Because in the beginning, like I said, I would say guys now overthink. Yeah. And then girls, of course, they're nervous as well. But I think it's for both parties. I think it just works out. And I think I've had a good experience doing stuff like that.
There you go.
As far as like getting occurring dates after the first date, I know right away if I could do this and it works out well because I did all this stuff and I've taken the initiative and taken the time. I know I could get the second date off bat if I want it now. Now it's on me if I want to take you on the second date.
If I feel like it.
Yeah, the first date, she has more of the option to just say no, like I said, because I'm awkward or because I'm ugly or whatever reason, because I'm wearing chanclas or whatever. So, like I said, you're just trying to put your percentages up as far as like when it comes to the first date. And a lot of guys don't know how to actually go and do a correct first date because most guys don't even know how to ask a girl out to begin with. Yeah. But it comes with experience too. Like you're going to build callus off of the rejections that you get from the beginning. But how many guys are actually doing the work? Not most. You know,
I agree with that.
That's what I'm talking about.
At least most of, I mean, the Chads have it automatically. We're not talking about those guys.
Yeah.
We're talking about like,
talking about the nerds.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, those guys need to step up.
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting, Aaron. I like that. Okay. Shit. I had a question
notes,
for you
guys.
Fuck, I forgot. So if you guys want to, ask any more about dating, we'll go to our next segment if we don't have anything.
I don't know, bro. I'm an idiot, bro.
Okay.
Like I said, bro, I got no game.
So are you
bro.
in the dating scene right now?
No.
Kind of? No, not at all?
No.
You're in the dating scene? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the dating scene 24/7, homie.
Irvin,
I'm learning from Irvin.
Right.
Irvin's slaying.
Nah. I don't have time to go on a lot of dates as much as I would want to.
Yeah.
But I think it's a balance to everything. You know, you have to understand where everything's going, how they're listening to you, and how they're taking in words, and you know, the conversation always it's different from year to year because of what we're kind of like being taught online, and of course people are going to take that in. So you kind of have to understand that it is an evolution of conversation as well. And because I do at least want to have a family one day, that's something that I need to understand how to navigate as well. And like you adapted when you had a kid, you weren't ready, but you adapted. Same thing with most guys. Like we have to adapt with how things are working as of right now. If not, you're going to be basically left behind. Nice guys finish last.
True.
You know, and unfortunately, I'm not a nice guy.
You're not?
No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a nice
really
guy.
nice.
No,
Yeah,
so
he
the
does seem
difference
nice.
the difference between a nice guy and a good guy, the nice guy is the nervous guy that's always over complimenting the girl or overthinking about the situation with the girl. The good guy already understands, hey, you have to be a gentleman, you have to be respectful, but don't overthink, just because she's pretty doesn't mean that she's pretty inside. So understand characteristics. Yeah, you're going to be attracted to her first, but then characteristics will then allow you to then I guess put her in a category, is she long-term or is she short-term? And for me, those are the things that I had to learn, because I would say I was a nice guy in high school or in junior high. Yeah. That's where you're starting to learn social cues. Of course, in my 25s, I was always in like long-term relationships, so I wasn't really dating consistently. But from those experiences, of course, I've learned what I know now. And now the difference between a nice guy and a good guy, I have to then put myself in the good guy category, not in the nice guy category. Nice guys will technically put a lot of time and money into a person, not knowing that they're just wasting their time. A good guy right away will understand, like, okay,
roses, you know, chalk. Yes.
Well, yeah, and girls will take advantage of that too, 100%. Like, you know, like you get, or like you said, girls usually you have a lot of say, and they're usually the ones getting approached. So it's not a lot of work being a girl in terms of finding dates, going on dates, finding guys that are interested in you.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you're looking to just take advantage of someone as a girl and you're pretty, you're gonna do it when you find a nice guy who's just gonna buy you things or take you out to a nice dinner. And
I remember the question I was gonna ask you, Irvin. Are you okay with the idea of a girl approaching you?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Have you dealt with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that experience more than you going at somebody.
I think it's not normal for it to happen.
Yeah.
So it kind of
catches you off guard.
Yeah, it just catches me off guard, but it doesn't mean that I'm not attracted to it.
Nice.
I'm still willing to actually, you know, see what's going on. Like, hey, maybe she saw something.
Hold on. What if she asked you on a date?
I don't think that's ever happened. I think girls have approached me just to talk, and I know what they're doing. They're vetting me, you know, before the hey, I'm interested. And I think that's what Ari was trying to go after too, as far as like if a girl's actually going out of her way to approach you, there could be something there. And like she said, a lot of social cues that girls know, guys kind of overlook, and that's because we are just dumb in general. Like guys
That's what I'm saying.
Guys don't have that gene in them to actually understand social cues just as much as they do.
True. Yeah, sure.
But of course they were approached a lot earlier, so they actually started to get these social cues by experiences, you know, like actually how to build a callus, you know, to protect themselves. But we're the ones approaching the girl.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like I said, most guys don't even do that anymore because they're too scared they overthink and their character never build. So they hit their 30s or 40s and, you know, they're still like, how does a woman think like, or what do they want?
True.
So I think it's just more of the experience. You just have to go out there and just kind of like approach a girl. If she's rejecting you, it's not personal. That's what I tell myself, you know, because she doesn't know me yet.
Yeah, why would it be?
Yeah, if she rejects me, it's basically because, you know, she probably didn't find me attractive, which is fine.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Bottom of the barrel. But if she would have said, Irvin, I don't like you because you take photos weird.
Yeah, exactly. It's more personal, right? It's personal.
It's not going to be like that.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot
He's right, though. That's facts. Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of guys, they just overthink on the idea of the rejection. Yeah. I think rejection is just a guy experience that we have to grow out of, as far as like, that's how I think that's where you build your character too. Yeah. You know, you either make it a character where it's going to build you or it's going to break you. And a lot of guys are overthinking on the breaking part where they don't even try. So they're stuck in the middle. They're like in this little loop of just overthinking. So they don't even know what rejection actually is or what could it do. Yeah. They are already overthinking on the rejection rather than on the positives on what the rejection could do if they continue doing it.
And most of those guys are aggressive too, by the way, for some reason. When they get rejected, they don't like it.
I learned a lot right now. Bro.
Really? Okay. Hey man, you'll know next time. For sure, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we squashed the whole dating.
Yeah.
Let's go into our last segment. You want
the game?
Yes.
Yeah, let's play a game, you guys.
Yeah, let's have fun.
Those who already have watched us, have listened to us before, they know that whenever we have a guest, we put them on the test.
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
Whenever we have a guest, we put them to the test.
Damn.
Quote
that. Bars.
Yes.
Tagline.
Bars. The game is called Yo Sabo. Irvin has been on the pod before, but we did not quiz him.
We didn't?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we how you forget that? He passed that shit.
Oh shit! You. Yeah. Oh fuck! All right, I'm sorry. It's been a lot of episodes.
He killed it. He killed it, by the way.
It's been a lot of episodes. So in that case, we would put Ariana on the spot.
How many? What's the score? How many are we gonna do?
I think you guys did 3 on me.
Best out of 5.
Oh dang!
So if you get 3 right, you automatically win.
You do have lifelines, Ari. You got Irvin and you got me.
Okay.
Don't look at me though. I don't know. I don't know shit. Irvin's got it.
You're second generation. Or first?
Yeah, second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna put you on the spot, Ariana.
What am I doing? Like I'm just guessing something.
Translation.
Oh, translation.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll keep it easy.
English to Spanish.
Yeah. English.
So you give me a word in English and I translate it to Spanish?
Correct.
Correcto mundo.
This game is suck at this.
This game is called Yo Sabo.
This game is called.
I can do agua. Taco.
This game is called Yo Sabo. Okay.
the answer on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look this way.
I'm trying to find you like some decent, easy ones. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, here's a funny one.
Okay.
All right, let's get it.
Uh-oh.
All right. ¿Cómo se dice donkey?
Burro?
Wow.
Hey,
Yes.
got it right.
I have a story with that, but
So quick.
Okay,
Okay, that's one.
you got one.
I'm smart.
One
Let's
of
go.
one. Okay, next one. ¿Cómo se dice pregnant? Lifelines.
Oh.
Irvin, help me on this.
Could I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, embarazada.
Wow.
Correct.
Did you know that?
What is
Ari?
it? What?
Embarazada.
Embarazada.
My Spanish has been horrible all day, so I'm not even gonna say it.
Try it.
I was
Try
gonna
it.
say pregnant.
What the fuck?
Embarazada.
Pregnant.
Okay.
Embarazada.
So 2. You got 2 right.
Do I get?
2 for 2.
Is there only one lifeline that I get?
No, you
The other lifeline is me, but fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. You already used Irvin.
You already used Irvin.
I knew that
That
one.
was a hard. Oh, I didn't
I
know.
fucking
But
knew
you
that
turned away.
Sorry. I didn't want to give it
Oh,
up.
how about this one then? Right here.
Tortilla.
How you say that in English? Tortilla?
Tortilla. Flatbread.
Flatbread. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
¿Cómo se dice drunk?
Borracho.
There we go.
I know that from Loteria.
Hey.
Borracho.
I don't even have to read the other ones anymore.
Woohoo.
But
3 for 3?
3 for 3.
Wow.
Congratulations.
See, Subo.
She's a yo sabo.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
I don't think that's ever happened. 3 in a row?
3 in a row. First 3.
What the
yeah, I think that's the first. Wow.
But I had help, so I wouldn't have that.
You did have help. The other people had help too, though.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know. But yeah, wow. Yo sabo.
There you
What's
go.
Yo
up?
sabo. Woohoo.
Yeah. But we have reached the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Since my brother's not here, I
Yeah.
guess I'll have to do the plug. Yeah, we should have done it earlier. But
Yeah, we should have. I forgot.
But if you listen to us all the way to this point or watch this
Thank
all the
you.
way to this point, our YouTube channel is Shade of Brown Pod. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Listen to us.
Hit that notification bell.
Play those plays. Hit that notification.
Yeah.
Let us know how we doing. Do
Share
we
it.
suck? Are we good?
Whatever.
But apparently, somebody said that we're the best in the AV.
There you
That's
go.
dope. I love
We
that.
didn't say that.
I
There you
love
go.
that.
We didn't say that.
Who
though.
said it?
Somebody said that.
It was you in a different account. No,
No, it
His
wasn't me.
mom.
I
I know,
promise.
man. We
I
have-
promise. It wasn't
yeah.
any of us.
Shout out to him, man.
Nice.
Or to them. Awesome. Yeah.
And the listening platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, also the same name, Shade of Brown Pod.
There you go.
Shout out their socials too.
I will.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
I'll get to
Cutting
it, bro.
people off.
Leave a rating. Leave
Oh,
a
yeah.
comment.
For sure.
It helps us in the search ranks. Follow us on our socials.
That's all. You got excited. You got
Sorry.
Hey,
excited.
by the way, our socials are doing fucking.
Thank
dude.
you.
Oh my
by the way.
goodness.
Thank you. By the way,
We're reaching-
socials
yeah.
is Shade of Brown Pod as well.
Look us up.
Very easy to find.
Yeah.
We keep it easy because we think about our listeners
What?
and watchers. We think about y'all. We keep it easy for you. Follow us. If you have IG, follow us. If you have TikTok, follow us. Comment. Like our stuff. Swipe and like other stuff if you want.
Share.
We will really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, we have some stuff cooking.
Dude, it's looking like a good
It's
couple
too-
months.
It's looking good, bro.
Yeah. Excited.
And we will soon. We have 3 things coming up.
Oh my goodness.
3 things coming
Yeah.
up. You will soon see it. We will post about it.
Yep.
If not, we will share it by the person who posts about it.
Yeah.
We will be sharing it. Exciting stuff happening. And I'm very grateful Anthony, my brother, because he's not here today, but things are rolling.
Hell yeah.
Things are happening.
Yep.
Yeah, and we just keep it going. Keep on keeping on.
Keep on. Yes.
You know. But yeah, also, give you guys thanks for coming once again.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Irvin,
Yeah, thank
you for inviting.
Yeah.
Pacheco
It's
Productions, Ariana. Keep a lookout for your podcast coming out.
What's it called again?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
She got excited too.
My podcast is Film Fuckery. Both of them, both spelled with PHs.
Film Fuckery.
PHILMPHUCKERY.
What's it called again?
Film Fuckery.
Where can they find you guys?
Right now we're on YouTube and Spotify.
There you go.
There you go.
So you can find us there.
Keep a lookout.
Irvin, plug it.
Send me like a link so I can put it in the
Oh, yeah.
description.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll
you know
send
to
that.
help out. You know, I'm gonna
you.
put your stuff too.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Follow my mans.
My band.
And
Cut him off.
You've been drinking water.
Irvin makes me nervous, bro. Irvin makes me
I
nervous.
think
bro.
that's what it is. Yeah.
But
Romance,
what's
true
your
romance.
social platforms? Your
Social platforms?
YouTube, all that. Give us all that.
Plug it out.
What is it, bro?
IG is Pacheco Production _
Follow.
When it comes down to YouTube, it's just Pacheco Productions,
Yeah.
and then Facebook's just my name, Irvin Pacheco.
Hey,
There we go. That was so
And
nice.
you, Ariana, what is it? If you
my
want,
social media?
if you want to plug
Oh.
it
Oh,
in.
great. Now I'm going to have all these guys following. I'm just kidding.
I think yours is private.
But
Mine is private.
Yeah.
You can follow me. I'll accept.
okay, it's probably gonna be girls because majority
of our followers are
not to be
female.
flexing, not to be
That's
flexing.
awesome.
Yeah, majority are
Oh,
girls.
That's
yeah.
good.
That's awesome.
So plug it in. Go ahead.
Oh, my Instagram is the THEE Ariana.
There we go.
The
Potentially,
Ariana.
a new homegirl will DM you.
Ooh.
There you go.
Please send them along.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Any dating advice? Anything?
Hey, there you go.
Let's go.
Homegirl, local.
Want to hang out?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Alrighty then, we have reached the end of the episode, you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you on the next one. Yes. Woo.